So what kind of groceries can you get in Bulgaria for 50 bucks? Now in this video, we're going to share with you what kinds of groceries you can get and how much you can expect to pay for them in Moscow, Bulgaria. We actually spent last summer here as well and loved it so much that we came back again. If you're interested, you can see some of those videos on our channel as well.
If you're not familiar with Moscow, it's actually a really popular ski resort town in the winter and also a great digital nomad hub in the summer. And what's great about Moscow is there's a ton of options for groceries, despite it being a small town, but we're going to get into that a little bit later.
But first, if you're excited about this video, then type Moscow in the comments below. And if you're new, I'm Joel.
And I'm Michelle, and we're the Wandering Hearts. We're living an abundant life abroad through slow travel. If you want to see more of these videos, subscribe.
So now let's go through some of the groceries that you can get in Moscow, Bulgaria, as well as how much they cost. So first up, we'll just give an example of like a protein style drink. Now this is like a plant protein, like a soy. So probably more of a specialty item, especially people in the States, you might, if you've got more of a special diet. Anyways, this is, I think it's a liter and soy-based protein, and this is $7.99 leva. So in US, that's about $4.50. Next, you have something like these granola bars, which are as you can tell, they're a US name brand granola bar company. And in this case, you're getting a box of 6 of them, and that's going to cost you $5.99 leva, which is about $3.40 US, which isn't too bad. And again, this is kind of more of, I think kind of more of a specialty item, but you can still get stuff like this here. And one other note is that when we were in Albania, we found these as well, but they were only 5 to the box instead of 6, and it was about the same price. So next, we've got things like tomato juice, and tomato juice is, I think it's a liter or 1 liter, and this is also $4.99 leva, or about $2.80 US, which isn't too bad. I will say that they have the carton style as well, but I prefer this brand, which is actually a little bit more expensive than the other juice that you can get in the regular cartons too. Speaking of which, you can also get, like, this is that style carton I was talking about. So this is like a multivitamin drink. It's 1.5 liters, and it's going to cost you about $4.99 leva, or again, about $2.80 US. If you're looking for something like Greek yogurt, we've been able to find that here as well, which is really nice because it's a little harder to find in some places, especially in the Balkans. But in this case, you can actually get a flavored Greek yogurt, and it's 400 grams. So it's about what is that, 14 ounces or so. And this cost $4 or $4.19 leva, which is about $2.35. So it's a pretty reasonable price for that. And then also, or if you, in the same kind of lines, if you're interested in more specialty items like, protein stuff, which is what I am interested in, you can get like a protein pudding or something. And again, this is a 200 gram serving, so about 7 ounces, and it costs $3.29 leva, or about $1.85. So this is probably going to be one of your more kind of expensive items.
And continuing with our grocery haul, we're going to start with coffee. So I am a coffee drinker, and this is a little bit nicer brand that you can get. And this is $7.99, so it's about $4.50. I did find another coffee brand. I think this is more off, like an off brand or at the Billa. And it is, I think, around like 5 lev. So that's around like $2.50. So as you can see, this is actually quite a bit cheaper. So I have been using this a lot more than trying to go with the nicer brand. So next is tomato sauce, and this is $5.65 leva, which is about $3.17. Pasta is $1.39 leva, which is 78 cents. So I think that's actually a pretty good deal. So we've got bananas, and we got 2 of those, and it was $2.29. So that's about $1.30. Tomatoes were $3.49. So we got 3 of these, so it was about $1.95. So not bad. You can go to the farmer's market and get them for a little bit cheaper than buying them at the Billa. Next is our sliced Gouda, which we really like, and that is $3.69 lev, so it's $2.07. And we've got eggs. There's 10 of these in here, and these are the large ones. So these are $5.99, so that's $3.37.
And those are the brown eggs too, right?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Next is our veggies and rice, which this has actually been really nice. I didn't even know we had these. And this is $4.99 leva, so it's about $2.80. So next is the chips, and this is probably pretty familiar for Americans. This is the Lay's brand, and it is $3.09 leva, which is about $1.74, and it's 200 grams. So that's, I think, a pretty good deal, I would say. And chicken legs. Oh, so we already ate all that. But you can get 620 grams for $7.53 leva, which is about $4.20. And then we also got ground turkey, and between 400 and 500 grams, and that is $5.99 leva. So that comes out to be about $3.37. So still really reasonably priced.
All right, so one other thing to remember is that literally everything we got here was less than $50. In fact, it all came to $47, and that's including the turkey and the chicken that we talked about but didn't show because we already ate it. And another thing to remember is that with all of that, all of these prices already include your tax and everything. So in Europe, you've got the VAT tax, which is, so your total price already includes everything. So unlike in the States, where depending on what your state you're in, you might get to the grocery store, get ready to pay, and then you realize that, oh, I thought I spent 50, but you end up spending, 55 because there's another, $5 worth of tax or whatever. Mm. All that to say, it's just one more thing we love about living abroad in Europe.
So where do we get groceries in Bansko? Well, there's a couple of places that we like to go to. Our main place that we go is the Billa, which is kind of at the base of town in Bansko. And it has pretty much everything that we need, that we found. Mm-hmm. And it also has a deli, it was pretty similar to what you can find in United States grocery stores. There's prepared like salads, and then there's a hot bar as well where you can get like kebabs, chicken, what else? Lasagna, I think,
potatoes. Yeah.
Yeah, so we go there actually a lot for lunch, mm-hmm. because it's really, really reasonable. I think we can eat there for like, I don't know, $5 or $6 about for the both of us.
Oh, less
for
than
lunch.
That, actually.
Is it less? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we mostly shop there. And then up in the gondola area, there's also markets that you can go to. There's Aldo's, but those are mostly just open during the ski season. And so, yeah, you might have a little bit more limited options up there. But there's small markets like mm-hmm. all throughout Bansko, kind of, just everywhere. And you can pop into those. You can always get drinks, snacks, chips, candy, whatever, small things that you need. Another place that we like to go to is the farmer's market, and that happens every Sunday in the summer. And there's just a huge selection of fresh produce. You can find, all kinds of stuff there. We mostly get tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. There's lots of honey that you can get there, all kinds of different types of honey, and they actually let you try a lot of it. And then in season, I think when we first got here in June, I saw all kinds of strawberries. So yeah, it's just nice to go there. It is busy though, just so you know, like the summer has been like, it's packed every time you go, but it's fun. Like you can, see what all the farmers bring in.
Also, if you're looking for other places in the area as well, just next door in Roslaug, you can find a Lidl or Lidl, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's another grocery chain, just kind of like Billa as well. About the same size, that one's maybe a little bigger than the one that's here, the villa in town. So anyways, just like more options that you can look into if you'd like. The problem is if you're like us and we don't usually rent a car when we come to Bonsko, so we're usually on foot powered. To get over there, it's about a 5-minute drive or 5 to 10 minute drive, depending on what part of town you're living in. But that can also end up being like a 20 to 30 minute walk as well. So there's other ways to get there. You can take the train if you want to. There's a small passenger train. It's like the single rail train, which is super cheap, but you got to walk to the train station first, which is at the bottom of town. And then, you can get over there from there. Might not be the most convenient. Plus it also only has certain, like maybe, I think it's 4 times a day. Does it go back and forth? So you're kind of limited. Or you can always take a taxi if you want to get over there as well. That's going to probably run you somewhere around maybe 10 leva, so about $5.50 or something like that each way. Or what we do if we decide to go into Roslaug is we usually see if any of our other Nomad friends or whatever in town have a vehicle, or if they're going to share a taxi or whatever. So that's another option. Or there's another option too, and that is ordering online. And here in Bulgaria, they have a thing called ebag.bg. And it's basically kind of like back in the States, like an Instacart or something, where they have like their own warehouse of food. And you just go online, you can order whatever you need. And they've got a pretty darn good selection. And that's actually where a lot of this stuff came from. Like this, the pudding, the granola bars.
This came from there.
Yeah, that came from there. This came from there as well. I think the chips. Now you can get some of this locally in the Villa or in the Lidl as well. But all the rest of that came from eBag. Again, it's pricing wise, if they do charge a delivery fee, it just kind of depends on how much you're spending. They do have a minimum order, and that's 40 leva, so it's about $22 is minimum order, which is pretty easy to meet. And for that lower amount, basically up until you hit like 80 leva, which is like $66, I think, you're going to be charged $4.99 leva, which I think, if I remember right, is, I have to cheat. What is that? Oh, that's $2.80. So, and then anything from 80 to 120 leva, they charge you just $2.99, which is $1.68 for delivery fee. Super, super affordable. Anything over 120 leva, which is $67, then it's free delivery. So actually, yeah, 80 leva I mentioned earlier is actually $45. So anyways, there are good options there, and we definitely recommend doing something like eBag, especially if you're going to be here for a little while, like us, if you're traveling as a nomad, or if you're just going to be here for the summer. The other thing is that you'll want to know that the bigger grocery stores, like the Lidl's and the Villas, will take credit cards. So does eBag. eBag's actually kind of cool because you can pay online, or you can pay in person when you get here, or you can also pay with cash. They do all the same things. But all of the little markets, and of course the farmer's market, is going to be cash-based only.
So how does this compare to cost in your hometown? Let us know in the comments.
Be sure to give this video a like to help others find this information, and also it helps us out too. And check out our website, wanderinghartz.com, where we have more information as well as trying to help you live a more abundant life through slow travel. And we'll have all of our links in the description too.
Happy wandering.
Happy wandering.